Negli studi dell'EMA Web.
At EMA Web TV today, we have as our guest Aldo Colonnetti. It's a great pleasure for us. He's a philosopher. We'd like to take advantage of his presence here to really talk about our world in philosophical terms. The world of agriculture, of mechanization in agriculture. Well, it's thanks to the farmers' world if we can eat our lunch and dinner. It's their merit. So over to you. Thank you. Thank you, and good morning, everybody. Well, this world is apparently far from philosophy, and yet it's not so, because it's all about the relationship with nature and culture. Nature indeed exists, but if it's not processed, it doesn't produce culture. And who is it that processes nature? Man. We have extraordinary technologies here, and behind them there is always a human being, but they are somehow prostheses of human beings. Well, people wonder when culture was born in the primitive history. Well, it was born when the first human being took a stone to defend themselves, to kill animals, etc. That's the point. It's not very far from what we're witnessing here. Without machines you can't produce, without a culture you cannot process natural products into wine, cereals, fruit. So they're closely related, and at the present time culture and nature are in an imbalanced relationship, about the great theme of sustainability. So the machines that we see here are just the extension of something that has always been with us. What does it mean, combining different worlds? Well, it's an important theme today in our field. You have for many years worked in the field of food and culture. You know better than me that in our country there's a great deal of biodiversity, and this is true, of course, for the entire world. I think we have to respect biodiversity, protect it, and use it properly to avoid that globalization makes everything the same. That an important feature of nature is that it produces different things as a function of different settings, and food itself is the result of a diversity, yes, of a big diversity. Over the years there have been certain important phenomena worldwide, like the slow food industry, and I think this trade show fits very well within this context. I think it's one of the most important trade shows in the world as far as this is concerned. However, the latest technologies are in a way the result of something that was started way back in the past and looks ahead. Yes, it started way back in the past, but what is ahead of us? What are your expectations for the future? Well, this fits within an overall balance of the world. I can't speak in macro terms, but the UN initiative in Cairo, which has just ended, these macroscopic initiatives have to be implemented on the field locally. I mean, we are addressing the issue in the right way, because I see great awareness of this, not just among producers and manufacturers, but also among consumers. Food, fashion, are examples of this as industries. There's great attention towards respecting natural products and using them in the most appropriate way. It's a pedagogical process, an educational one. I think we should, well, if we were to make 2 steps back to make 1 step ahead, what would you say? Yes, we can, but we always have to look ahead. You've worked in this field for many years. You don't have to be nostalgic for example, the 19th century. You have to look ahead. You have to think that transformation is a natural fact. There are things which change continuously. I think a trade show is very important, but I think also the educational part in school is equally important, as well as research. I see lots of research here in many products. Apart from the aesthetic appearance of these machines, and they are indeed works of art, there's great research behind them. They're very different, these products, from those that I remember from my youth. Well, it was a pleasure having you here. I won't steal any more time away from you because you have to attend meetings, etc. But we are at the 3rd day of EIMA, which is again successful, as was in the past. Thank you very much for joining us, and have you